The DC animations have always been filled with double entendre jokes or even somewhat explicit scenes with adult situations that we might not have fully understood when we were kids. And thinking about that, I decided to create a list for our channel featuring some adult moments in DC animations for us to reminisce about. And if you enjoy this type of content, I kindly ask you to consider subscribing to this channel. And if you like the video, please leave a like as well, as it greatly supports us. Let's get started. 8. Harley Quinn and Deadshot. In the animated film Batman: Assault on Arkham, Harley is going through a period of overcoming her toxic relationship with the Joker. Amidst the Suicide Squad mission, at the moment when Floyd Lawton lies down on his bed, the clown surprises him by saying that she has an itch and wants him to scratch it for her. At first, he seems reluctant, but shortly afterward, he accepts the challenge. 7. Dick and Corey. During the Titans training, Starfire praises her partner, saying he did very well in the training and took a little longer than last time. Then Tara starts laughing, insinuating something else, and shortly after, Corey adds that she was only talking about the training because he's experienced. Before she can finish her sentence, Dick interrupts her, embarrassed by his companion's reactions. 6. The infamous Harley's Pie. In one of Harley's many attempts to get the attention of her beloved clown, we have a peculiar scene. At first, she recreates the Marilyn Monroe scene, but instead, she emerges from a pie all covered in a very suggestive manner. She asks the Joker if he wants her pie and says she's sure he'll want seconds. 5. Joker snubs Harley. In the classic episode Mad Love from the 1990s Batman animated series, there's a particular moment where we see Harley all geared up, so to speak. However, the Joker doesn't pay much attention to her. At one point, she climbs onto a table and makes a double entendre joke, asking the Joker if he wouldn't like to take a Harley ride, alluding to the famous Harley-Davidson motorcycle brand. But you got the real meaning, right? For Harley, again, and Nightwing have an unusual encounter. Harley captures Dick and restrains him to her bed after the hero discovers her hideout. She's unsure about what to do with the vigilante, and they start having a conversation about Harley's current situation as she tries to leave her criminal life behind. Eventually, she decides to undress and choose what to wear next. At that point, Dick's gaze shifts towards her, and she notices that something had grown in him, and finally, yes, what you're thinking happens. 3. Hawkgirl roasts Flash. This is the kind of joke that we only understand when we watch Justice League after growing up. In the scene, Flash is telling Hawkgirl about a fire he managed to put out even before the firefighters arrived. Then Hawkgirl says, "Too fast. Now I understand why you don't have a girlfriend," implying that Wally had problems with his intimate moments due to his powers. 2. Batman and Batgirl have a bizarre moment, one of the most controversial scenes in the history of DC animations, as in the comic book The Killing Joke. Nothing like what happens in this scene between the two occurs. The scene begins with Bruce and Barbara in a heated argument, and then Batgirl starts physically attacking Batman. When he holds her back, a different kind of tension starts to build, and then they begin to engage in some random romantic interactions, and you already know the rest. 1. Black Canary and Green Arrow's training. The scene begins with the two introducing themselves to each other, and then Black Canary invites Green Arrow to a training session instead of just hitting the punching bag. Oliver gives her a somewhat suspicious look, and she quickly adds that she was referring solely to combat and nothing more. At the start of the training, there's already some chemistry between them, but things really heat up when Green Arrow takes her down to the ground, and both the scene and the dialogue become highly suggestive of another situation, if you catch my drift.